So previously we have seen that how we can fetch data from one API using this useEffect hook. Now let's see how we can fetch one specific data by passing ID to this API endpoint. So here if we pass /10 and we can get the to do with the ID 10. So to do that, first of all we need one input field to input the ID. So the input will have the type of number because the ID is a number and the value will be ID. So for this we need to create a state ID and set ID, and initially the ID will be 1. We have to use the onChange event handler and we're gonna set the ID e.target.value. So whenever we put the number in the input field, that will be set to the ID state. Now whenever the ID changes, then we wanted to run this useEffect. So in the dependency we're gonna put the ID, and in the API endpoint we're gonna use the backtick, and here we're gonna pass the ID. So $, and inside the curly braces we're gonna pass the ID. So this will fetch one specific data. Now let's just show the data. Under the input field we're gonna use the list item. We're gonna print data.title. So by default we are fetching the to do with the ID 1. So here we can pass the ID 2 and we're gonna get the to do. And also we can show the loading right here whenever we put one new ID. So for this we have to refine this. So here we can use, so if the loading is true then we're going to show this, otherwise we're gonna show this. So if the loading is true then we're gonna return this loader, otherwise we're gonna load this title. So here we're using the ternary operator. And also whenever new fetch is in progress, then we're gonna set the loading to true. So we have to remove this loader. So now every time we enter a new ID, you can see we can see the loader. So this way we can get the ID from the user, and then we can fetch that specific to do with the ID, and we can show that in the list item. So that's it for the video. See you in the next one. Take care.